Hey guys, welcome to Family of Matters. Today we got a great trip for you. We're headed to Dubai. Dubai is a fabulous place if you've never been there. Here you got the Hilton Dubai Creek, and of course if you're going to go to Dubai you want to go first class because Dubai is about being first class. The whole place is nothing but opulence. Just most beautiful place you could ever go if you want to see extravagance. Hilton Dubai Creek, great hotel for any Hilton members or whatnot. Just kind of gives you a view of the hotel, pretty much like every other Hilton you'll ever see in the United States. I encourage you to try other hotels. That being said, what you see here is the city outside the window. You got the nice little port right there, which we talk about a lot. Here we're driving through, headed to one of my favorite places. I'm headed probably to Karama Market, but listen to the prayers. They do this about 5 times a day on a loudspeaker throughout the city. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I always thought that was kind of wonderful. I put that in there just so you can kind of see what it's like. If you've never been to an Arab nation or whatnot, usually most towns have a call to prayer. Here you have their Ace Hardware, of course, and then their Ace Hardware in Arabic. I loved how that little escalator there was flat. Just thought that was really unique. You'll see a lot of things in Dubai which you won't see many places. They try to lead the world in just technology and just opulence, try to make everything so super fancy. Dubai about 30 years ago was a smaller Arab city, Arab country, and they have just exploded over the last 30 years. They're just constantly building, and they're always trying to do it the biggest and the best that you've ever seen anywhere. Tallest building in the world is now in Dubai. It's been there about 10 years now. They are just constantly doing different things. Just amazing what they try to do. You see palm trees everywhere. Palm trees are not indigenous to that area. So apparently somebody is importing all these palm trees because I guess it shows opulence. I'm not sure why, but they are everywhere. A very proud heritage. They work really hard to try to show what it used to be like in United Emirates, Dubai area. They actually built a small village to building standards of what was, so you could experience. But you'll see there's a lot of sheiks and stuff that they put their pictures up, and it's a very unique experience. People were wonderful. It's a tourist city. You'll see most of the signs I'm showing you are in Arabic, of course, but they're also in English. It's a tourist city. They encourage tourists to come visit them. I spent a lot of time at the port there. I've been to Dubai probably 15, 20 times. Always fascinated. Every time I go, I see something new and something I think is pretty neat. So here you're going to see where I spent, like I said, about an hour, 2 hours at the port just watching the different types of boats and the stuff that they bring to Dubai. It's still the number one route to get merchandise around for them. You'll see these little boats come in, and of course the nicer fancy boats, which them are everywhere, so that's not a big deal. But you see these old they kind of look like Chinese jungs, but they're not. They're a lot bigger. They're Arabic boats. And some of them just sit there as restaurants, and some of them you can, of course, go out and eat on a tour. Just a fascinating place. You'll see a bunch of little boats just constantly ferrying stuff all over the place. TVs and all kinds of stuff you see get shipped to our countries. Usually come in containers, are usually individually wrapped, sitting on a little boat, and you got a bunch of guys just sitting there unloading the boat all day long. Just truly fascinating. I had this picture in there twice because I wanted you to be able to see it in case you missed it the first time. But Dubai is absolutely a phenomenal place. I encourage you to get out, see the city, and before you ever go, check the tourist area online to see the stuff you can do. Because if you want to do it, they have it in Dubai. You know, base jumping, parasailing, skydiving, scuba diving, you know, hawk hunting, almost anything you can think of, they do it. Here's the little village I was telling you about earlier, just totally wonderful. Anytime you want to, you can just go visit it. It's not secured or anything, just kind of sits out there, and they encourage people to come see the way of life, the way it used to be. Truly enjoy a visit in Dubai. What else can I tell you about Dubai? There's so many things, guys. Yeah, it's a heritage village that they built. Every time I go to Dubai, I find something new or something I have never seen. And it's kind of shocking that you can go somewhere so often and you find something that's been there the whole time that you've never seen. Or it could be something that they built in the last year. It's just constant development, constant. You name it, Dubai has it. I've been many places, and I have to put Dubai probably top four visits, just for the sheer uniqueness. Because this is growing up out of the desert. They put in a rail system, which each bus stop, rail stop, kind of like a subway, but it's above ground, of course. The stations are just phenomenal. They're space age, just high tech everything. This ship right here I thought was very unique, because this ship, I was told, never leaves port. Somebody bought this boat and decided to turn it into apartments. So if you want to live on a cruise ship, you can live full time on that cruise ship. I guess if it leaves port, you're going wherever the ship is, but I guess that's part of the uniqueness of it. Just a phenomenal place to visit, guys. It's interesting because people who are from Dubai, they receive income off of oil, and it's very rare to find anybody that's from Dubai who actually works in Dubai, unless it's a government position. Most people you see in taxi drivers, fishermen, hotel staff, wait staff, restaurant staff, any type of really staff position are immigrants. They're not indigenous to Dubai. This is the sheikh that runs Dubai. Hear a lot of good things about him. Everybody's very proud of him. Here's the port I was talking about. You can literally just walk up and see all this stuff coming off. You got guys unloading the boats, and some of us just left there. There's nobody watching it or nothing. I was just totally flabbergasted. Very unique place. And I was just enamored with all this. I mean, that couch, old worn couch, I don't know if that's for the dock hands or what, but just sitting out there in the middle of all this. You might see a guy walking around with his, I guess, white turban, and usually they would be the locals in charge. And then you have, of course, the immigrants who are just dock workers or whatnot, and they just unloading their boats, not paying attention to nobody else, and when they're done, they take off and go get some more stuff. Or it's just, I was just fascinated by this. It's very unique. My mother worked at a port, and you couldn't go nowhere near anything coming off any boats unless you went through security after security. Just kind of wonderful. It's a environment that I was not used to, that I just thought, wow. And of course, you got the Rolex towers, which you're in Dubai, so of course Rolex has to be there, right? Top of everything. Totally unique experience, guys. I would highly recommend you visit the Gold Souk, Karama Market. Go see the Mall of Dubai. You have Emirates Mall too, but the Mall of Dubai, if you want to see or even do snowboarding or snow skiing inside a building, there you go, right there in the mall. I got this picture here simply because almost every car has tinted windows. it is the desert. I mean, sun is just constantly beating down on you, and it's so obvious because everywhere you look, and the windows are tinted, of course, unless it's a work vehicle. But all personal vehicles, absolutely tinted windows. These are all fishing nets where these guys are just sitting there making fishing nets, which I've never seen anything like this. It's just totally unique. All this stuff is coming off these little boats, and I was just, wow. I was totally impressed. It's just nonstop, like a bunch of busy ants, constantly at it all day long. What else do we have here that I wanted to show you? There was something, I forgot what it was. Oh, these little boats here, you can see they actually live on the boats. You know, I guess they would be like an office that sits there and it kind of lets people know where to go. But building after building, you're seeing the most advanced high-rises, towers getting built, and it's just totally amazing. Especially when you realize 30 years ago this place was a village, and you see supercars everywhere. Dubai Creek here is a hotel I like to stay at. I put in the first one there because I stayed there a couple times at the Hilton, and I was like, yeah, something's wrong here, because as you're out seeing all these destinations, you're seeing just the fanciest hotels you've ever seen in your life. At night, they're lit up with blue lights. Blue lights are a very, very popular thing. And of course, outside Dubai Creek, you've got the marina and just a beautiful view of the city. So this is one of my favorite hotels in Dubai. Granted, I haven't been to all of them, but the ones I've been to, this is it. I mean, what else could you ask for? Just all kinds of amenities. It's an Arab nation, of course, so it's unique, excuse me, because it's a cultural thing. Me, of course, being non-Arabic, I don't know much about the culture, and I find it fascinating when you have a chance to observe or learn cultures. Of course, I put the picture of the bidet in there because it's just neat, because all hotels I've seen have them. You don't see that much in the U.S. anymore, or I guess hardly ever. Just one thing after another tends to impress me about Dubai. The pictures don't give it justice, but it's lit up like Hollywood at night, and of course you hear the supercars racing around, and then you have like Palm Island and Island of Worlds, and it's a total fascinating place. They don't believe that it can't be done. If you hear about it, you probably heard it happen first in Dubai. Just very innovative. They built Palm Island. They simply vacuumed sand up off the ocean floor and replaced it to create all kinds of land to look like a palm tree. Did the same thing with Island of Worlds. They vacuumed up sand, put it somewhere else, and created all these little islands that were sold, and people from other countries buy these islands, and they'll import stones and trees and everything from their country and import it here so people can get a taste of what their country is like. It's just totally a fascinating place. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Give us a like, give us some subscribe so you can check back with us. Traveled all over the world many times, and I'll try to get some of those videos out here for you. A little bit of heads up. Thanks for seeing us, and I hope to see you again. Have a great day.